In this video, I'm actually going to break down the pros and cons of AI sales reps when compared to a human sales rep. And most importantly, give you the exact math that you might actually be looking for when you're trying to implement AI to get a massive ROI. It's the same math that actually led me to 3x one of my sales teams in less than 90 days. Because here's the cold hard truth, my friend. Most business owners think they have a sales problem, but in reality, they have a math problem first. So if you don't get this one thing right, getting the economics of your business in check, you're never actually going to be able to scale past that 20, 30, 50, or even 100K plus per month. At least not without burning out. So if your business isn't scaling because the numbers and economics just don't make sense, then pay close attention to this video. Because you might be, trying to figure out and scratch your head on, hey, my client acquisition is too high, my sales reps are inconsistent, or maybe I'm just not as profitable and putting as much money in my pocket as I could be, right? So that's why in 2025, the businesses that are going to be winning and the businesses that are already dominating, they're the ones that are using AI agents to be more profitable in half the time and less effort. So if you stick until the end of this actual training, I'm going to show you step by step how to get the biggest unfair advantage by tapping into this AI revolution. All right, so now I want to actually walk you through the numbers because pay close attention. This is extremely important for you to understand. And if you don't get this right, then nothing will actually ever work at scale. Business is a game of both psychology and math. And one of the things I've noticed after working with several sales teams and over 300 plus business owners is that 80% of business owners get the math wrong when I come on to actually help their team. And there's often times why they can't figure out how to get unstuck. They have up and down roller coaster months. And even when they are growing, they're actually scaling, they're still stressed out with working those long hours and things just aren't as efficient. So I'm actually going to walk you through the money math, a simulation of the math, because even if you're not running paid ads, this is still going to apply to everyone. The sentiment, the principles all still apply when we look at the performance of traditional sales reps versus AI sales reps. And I want to have you actually consider this possibility. Your ability to scale is reliant on your sales economics, aka money math. And the difference between the most successful sales teams and those who struggle and just stay stuck comes down to this one thing: the economics. Improve your economics, increase your probability to scale effectively and actually hit 150,000, 200,000, $250,000 a month, $300,000 per month. Get the economics wrong, have bad economics, and you're just going to be fighting an uphill battle. Thin profit margins, you're working unnecessary hours with late nights, weekends, and worst case, you might never actually reach your revenue and business goals. So, want to know the actual best way to improve your economics on easy mode, especially in 2025? Well, that's AI sales reps. So let's get right into it because again, this whole thing is about getting the economics right. And one of the things that I've noticed when I've actually started to build these AI sales reps is there's like 5 key benefits to AI sales reps comparatively to human sales reps. Number 1, speed to lead, right? So this is how quick the AI sales rep actually gets in contact with a new opt-in, a new marketing lead. On average, human sales reps, through my data, it's about 47 minutes on average that a human will get in contact. No matter how many times we tell them to get after a lead and we have all these automations and systems, it still takes time. Right? They're off in lunch, they're busy on another call. There's all these different variables that mess it up. And on average, we can program this AI sales rep to do it in less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes, okay? Right? Number 2, reduce no-shows, reschedule, so we actually increase the show rate to a higher show rate from, let's say, they used to be like 50, 60% to now 75, 80% or even above that. AI sales reps, they don't get lazy. They follow up consistently. So, when you forget to do it at the end of the day or you forget to follow up with that lead from like 3 or 6 months out, AI sales reps are just programmed to do this automatically, right? So you don't have, you have that peace of mind. You don't have to worry about it consistently. And then 4th, they work 24/7. There's no burnout. There's no human emotion. There's no lunch breaks. There's no vacations. And my favorite part, the cost savings. So on average, if you actually look, the average salary for a setter or an SDR is about anywhere from $42,000 to $61,000 a year. So the median is about $55,000 in the US at least, right? So multiply that by like 2 or 3. Oftentimes you might have more than one setter. So think that's over a 6-figure cost savings just in that one piece alone. And I'm not telling you right now to replace all your human sales reps. Oftentimes we just need to like supplement and augment it in the actual sales team. Or if you're looking to hire your first setter, I have you consider that your first best hire might actually be an AI sales rep over a human sales rep. And I'll show you why. Because the importance of these small increases on the right levers fixes everything. It's not about fixing a bunch of different things. When I've scaled several sales teams, it's not about trying to fix like a dozen things. It's about fixing the right things in the right order and knowing what percentages to increase. So let's just imagine you're spending $10,000 per month on monthly ad spend. Your cost per call might be $250. And hey, for some people, that's actually low. Like some people can get as high as $300, $500 per call I've seen. And so with that ad spend, let's say 250, you're going to get 40 calls on the calendar for that month. Let's say you're closing on average 20%. That's industry average. You'll get 8 new clients. So your cost per acquisition is going to be $1,250, right? So your average ticket price is $5,000. Gross profit per client is 80%, right? Your actual lifetime gross profit on that specific product is $4,000. So you're collecting $40,000 in cash for that month. Okay, so let's say they go on some upsells, maybe you have some retainers, whatever it is, right? Let's say your average like customer lifetime value is $30,000. So your lifetime gross profit over, let's say, a 6-month period is going to be $24,000. Right? One of the biggest and most important ratios that Alex Hormozi talks about is lifetime gross profit to CAC, cost of acquisition of a client. There's a ratio is 19.2 here. So the total lifetime gross profit from those 8 clients over the 6-month period, let's say, is a little bit over $190,000 that you're going to collect for the business. So the ratio is 3.2. Now, what we have found is when we actually implement an AI sales rep, here's what happens. You get about a 3 times efficiency increase. So one AI sales rep can literally have the same productivity of 3 human setters or 3 human sales reps. So whether you're thinking about it from a cost efficiency standpoint or even just a 3x efficiency standpoint, the same principles apply. And so now let's do the math. Let's say you're just spending the same amount of ad spend. The cost per acquisition cost per call, actually goes down by about a third. So $80 on average, we can get calls like around as low as $50 cost per call, right? Depending on your niche and what your industry is specifically, but we've seen about a third, get it down to a third. So if nothing changes, if the only one thing that you actually implement is get a more efficient human resource, aka the AI sales rep, then you're going to 3x your calls to 125. Close rate stays the same. You're going to 3x your clients, and your cost per acquisition actually lowers. It lowers. So this one thing, if we don't even increase our close rate, if all we do is book more calls and reduce the amount that it costs to actually acquire a call, to acquire an actual client, well, guess what? Now we're getting our cash collected per month to 125. And then over a 6-month period, this is now increasing to 600,000 of lifetime gross profit. And the CAC ratio more than 3X's here. So this is why this math is so important, because ideally we want to get this ratio to a good ratio is about 6 to 12. Like this isn't even crazy impressive, but most people are around 1 to 6, so they're on average. So if you can at least get to good, you're in such a better place to position yourself to scale. So that's why this math is so important, because if you can actually, it's a game of fixing the right levers in the right order. And one of the biggest bottlenecks for sales reps to get the economics right is actually understanding reducing your costs, increasing your profit, increasing the number of book calls. Even if you increase your closing rate the same, your business will literally triple by this one thing. So that's why I'm so bullish on AI sales reps in 2025, because most people are not implementing this, at least not implementing correctly. So if you get this one thing right, you will literally have the unfair advantage amongst all your competitors. And most importantly, you're just going to make scaling so much easier. It's not going to be an uphill battle anymore. And you actually finally have leverage inside of your business. So now I actually want to show you what's possible when you get your economics right and fix your marginal inefficiencies. Because one of the things I've learned after scaling several sales teams now is when you get your economics right, this is what happens. So this is a health coaching offer. We actually onboarded these guys. They're averaging about 120 to 150K in revenue. They had a record-breaking month. Literally the next month after working with us, they got to 235K. And over one quarter, they went from 120K to 384,000 per month for their sales teams. In fact, we got a 42K day, right? The biggest cash collected day ever. They were a health and coaching offer. We went in there, set up their systems, got their economics right. And then we also did it again with a brand new offer. So one of the coolest things is like this is a brand new offer for a veteran entrepreneur. So you're someone out there who's been in the game and you're thinking of doing a new offer. The economics need to be right from the start. So this was a B2B offer. We took them from 0 to 100K cash collected in 30 days. You can see here the next month, we even got a record-breaking month again after that. And then one of my favorite clients, Oliver, he runs an options trading coaching program. When he started off with me, he was averaging about 15K per month. We took him to 60K per month on average now, and he's on track to hit a 100K cash collected month over here the next few months. He's now become actually a good friend of mine. And I still remember, like, Oliver, when he first started with me, was like overwhelmed, hated doing sales calls, was stuck in hours and hours of sales calls each day that he couldn't even breathe. And then we finally built a lean sales machine under him that now enrolls new clients with or without him. He just had a newborn daughter, and now he actually has the time freedom to take her out on vacations in Dubai, and most importantly, just work on the business as an actual business owner. And I show you all these things because I want to show you guys that I'm a real person, right? Like I put on live events. I've closed almost $250,000 in one weekend, right? I've spoken at events for other 7 and 8 figure entrepreneurs. In fact, I used to work with, 2 Comma Club Award winners, 2 Comma Club X Award winners. These are some past people that I work with and still work with to this day. And I've had all these cool people that I met during this journey. But the only way this was possible was mastering the skill set of psychology and math that is the game of business. Thank you for checking out that video. And before you leave, I have one last special gift for you. In fact, it's a free gift and possibly one of the greatest opportunities to help you 2 to 3x your business growth this next year. Now, after several months of not doing anything live, I'm finally doing a live free masterclass this upcoming month. So what we're going to cover here is actually how to dominate this year with AI agents, and most importantly, how to scale your business with something like an AI sales rep. So I'm not holding anything back. I'm sharing all the secrets I've learned, implementing this in my business, my client's business, and sharing all the tools, frameworks, and strategies live on this actual masterclass. Now, if that sounds like it can actually be helpful for you, just click on the actual link below. There are limited spots for this free masterclass, but if you're seeing this, that means there still are probably spots. So click now on that link, go ahead and register, and I'll see you live on Zoom on that upcoming masterclass. Again, Larry Antaporta, thanks for your attention. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side here soon.